we are. It is Tuesday. Yeah, we are here for Mixing It Up. We're doing an episode. We're running behind. I woke up late from a nap, and then we got all excited talking about flavorings and forgot that we were doing a show. Even Chris looked up and he's like, "Hey, are we starting this soon?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, shit." I'm reading comments and stuff, and I'm like, more like if I'm watching a show than I'm on it. Alrighty, so what we're doing this week is we're taking the recipes from last week, the quote unquote simple recipes, and then today we're gonna do more what would we actually do with like our current skill level and how we would feel more comfortable with the mix itself. I mean, we were, like I said, we were discussing flavorings. Like mine went from the 3 flavorings that we had limited ourselves to last week to 6. And then Mitch, how many did you say you were going up to?
It went from 3 to 9.
There you go. And then Chris, you said it and I didn't hear what you said.
3 to 6.
3 to 6. Okay. So Mitch
Yeah.
is the current front runner on this one. And just
For better or for worse.
He's leaving us in the dust here.
I know, right? He had to go that far on the extreme. But I was gonna say Sifu isn't here right now. He's doing family vacation time stuff, so he's like sitting on some beach somewhere, just soaking up all them adult beverages, because we know how Sifu rolls. Alrighty, so
Yeah, he's definitely having some fancy drinks.
fancy drinks. Just no agave. I still think that is the funniest shit ever. Alrighty, Toonie, welcome, dude. James, thanks for jumping in first there. And Toonie, I need you to check your Instagram messages, buddy. I need a confirmation on some information. Alrighty, so with all that being said, did you guys want to jump into some what I've been mixing? I know Mitch, you were excited about something. You want to talk over some things here?
Oh yeah. So I finally cracked open that Ode to Maize version 1, and I'm about halfway through the 60 mil of it. Super happy with it. I did make a version 2 because I did need to change some stuff. I definitely had a little bit too much toasted marshmallow, so I needed to dial that back, but I still wanted the sweetness, so I had to add regular marshmallow on top of it. I also got in some other cereal flavors, and to add to it too. Ooh, I also had to dial back the dulce de leche. I had a little bit too much of that in there, and that was coming through, but still not bad. Besides that, I've been making I'm sitting on a few bottles of the black and blue milkshake from a couple weeks ago, because that has not left this Turk the whole time. But just been vaping the heck out of it. It's awesome. And I got a whole bunch of new flavorings in that I'm excited to play with. Like one of them, I don't even know if this recipe needs it, but I'm throwing it in anyway. Throwing a little bit of the cinnamon Danish swirl from TFA in, just to help try and accent the oatmeal cookie. So I'm excited. What about you, Chris?
Well, there's been a couple things, I guess, actually in the last week that I've been mixing. So the other day, maybe it was like last Wednesday, let's say, I really like donut vapes every now and then, and I had not really worked on one for a really long time, so I decided that I was going to try to make like an apple and spice donut. I don't know if like every location has those, but it's like a powdered donut, but instead of it having like that white sugared powder on the outside, it has like cinnamon sugar, and then it has like apple pie kind of filling on the inside. That's like the jelly part is like an apple jelly-ish kind of thing. So I was messing around with something like that, and I actually kind of like where I ended up. I made 2 different ones, like on the spot, let it steep like or sit overnight, and then I just took whatever I liked most out of the both of them and made a 60 mil. And I've been vaping and it's been pretty good. I kind of think that I need to turn the spice note down a little bit. I went pretty aggressive with the Zippola. from Flavor Art. If you guys never use that, it's pretty good though. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it. I think that I put it at too high a percent. I was like really hoping for something great. And it's been all right. It's been all right. It's definitely something I can work with. Another thing that I've been messing around with is a pear apple cheesecake. So I've made a few different like goes at it, and the most recent one is it's getting pretty good. It's getting pretty good. And then the last thing that kind of surprised me. So I'm sure you guys remember on here, I was talking about chocolates and like a lot of the chocolate stuff is not good. I didn't really like a lot of the chocolate stuff. And so I had some of it's a fudge brownie V2 from Capella. And I never really used it. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to try to make like a brookie. So like a fudge brownie cookie. And other than like when I put the fudge brownie in at 3% and it made the liquid look like it's a year old right off the hop because this shit is like black out of the bottle. And so far it's pretty good, man. Like I'm kind of surprised. The brownie almost takes over everything at 3%. And I don't know if it's because I didn't put enough in of the other stuff or I need to tone down the brownie because the brownie tastes good. So it's like one of those weird times where you're like, all right, well, if I take away some brownie, is it still going to taste the way that I want? Because it tastes the way I want right now, but everything else is getting lost. So now I'm going to just experiment with that. I'm going to probably make one where I turn it down a little bit, and then I'll probably make another one where like I boost up everything around it. Yeah, that's basically what I've been fooling around with. I'm getting further down the train of almost always going desserts.
We've influenced them.
No, dude, I've been that way forever.
I know, dude. Trust me.
I struggle.
Yeah, every time I'm like, I start thinking about something, and then I end up just slapping custards and all sorts of shit in there, and I'm like, we're going back down to desserts. Yeah, I actually saw that Joshua Apathy Miller. They River right now. River Supply is actually having a 50% off on most of their flavorings. So if you want to get some of that Capella and all that kind of stuff, get it half off. Which I probably need to take advantage.
Getting prepared for something. I don't want.
Yeah, like I mean, I heard Wonder Flavors has a new drop coming out, so that should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. They're doing the kitchen line, is what I heard. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, dude, I will say Frookie. That Frookie is what you said. Brookie.
Yeah, dude, I'd never heard about it before, and I was like chatting last night in Discord, and Ashton's like, "Bro, that's a fucking brookie," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you just like can go into the grocery store and get like a brookie. It's like part cookie, part brownie." I was like, "All right, brookie, okay. Like it."
I like that. No, yeah, I was gonna say I like that. Hashtag brookies. Mullenberry also has a new one coming out. Crazy. Yeah, I still haven't dove into the Mullenberry thing, but yeah. With that being said, so with me, I started working on the new one for the Ohmies show that we've been doing with like my DIY corner portion. We did settle on doing a lemonade blackcurrant raspberry, and I will say so far the way I'm feeling about it is the raspberry is more of an accent flavor to help that tartness from the lemonade. The blackcurrant needs full boost because that is just so muted that you can't even tell it's there. It's like really pointless to even say that it's even in there. And yeah, and then I still got the Frosted Nuts V3. Like I've been letting this steep. I just took like a vape after like a couple of days of not trying it out. I think it might be there. I'm not fully sure, but I think it's there. And I'm still wanting to do a strawberry kiwi tart type thing, but I don't know what to use for like the filling portion. You know, like when they do like those fruit tarts, it has like that creaminess, and I'm not sure if I should go with like a custard or try something different. And I'm gonna start looking around to see what I could do with that.
Dude, you could do like maybe like some Vienna cream or something, and it could be like
Mhm.
kind of like a frozen tart
Yeah, I could see that.
or
When
like a
when I
chilled.
did when I did my boysenberry and nectarine tart, Addie said, because I did that kind of cookie creaminess than the fruit.
Hmm.
He said Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
and
Now
that
see.
actually turned out pretty well.
Oh, the Wonder Flavors cream filling. Yeah. Honestly, I've been enjoying the hell out of that one lately. So that's actually another good idea. I don't know. Like, I don't have a Greek yogurt, but then we were talking about flavorings, and maybe I might place a very small order on some things just to add to my repertoire and just to get a couple more things here and there. So we shall see. Just spending money all the time, man.
Dude, spending money all the time could be worse. You
Oh,
know what
yeah,
I
it
mean?
could.
But I feel you on
Could
that
always be.
because I'm
Could al-
always thinking about what I can buy when it comes to flavorings.
Hmm.
Always.
I always hate that whenever I need to buy flavorings, like I absolutely need to get them, I buy them, and then like a week later they drop a sale. Every motherfucking time.
Dude, I'll always forget something too.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Forces me to make another order. And guess what? You don't get free shipping until you spend $35. So guess who's spending an extra $30 that they weren't going to spend? This guy right here.
Yeah. No, yeah. Trust me. With River, they do free shipping after $50, so you can load up a cart pretty nice for $50.
Yeah, for real. Like, thank goodness for Dash Vapes doing it at 35. Like,
Yeah.
that's like, and right now, actually, dude, because of like Canada Post is just pretty much a nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Dash Vapes, they're sending it out like Canpar, which is like a next day delivery service. Like,
Mm.
it basically be like DHL if like you just picked it up and they took it right to wherever you're at the next fucking day. It's pretty sweet. Kind of digging it because it's still that free shipping at $35.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
it's a it's amazing the amount of my orders from Flavor Jungle that are $51. The amount of them to get that free shipping,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm at like 48, $49. Better tack on another 15 mil of something just to get that free shipping.
Dude,
Like,
why
yeah,
have
you know,
this?
I really always kind of wanted to try that.
Yeah. It's really funny because, like, last year, Nick Garrity kindly enough sold me a bunch of his Wonder flavors that he had. And then when I placed the last order I did, I ended up buying a couple of Wonder flavors, and I like completely forgot that I had that whole box of them because they were just hidden in a closet somewhere. And I ended up buying more of a couple of ones that I already had. I was like, God, I already had these, and I have them in 30s. I don't even need the 15s. But yeah. All right.
I forgot to tell you guys. So I know we got to get rolling, but
No,
when
yeah,
I
you're good.
was making my order, when I was putting together my order that came the other couple days ago, I was bouncing back and forth between the website and ELR, looking at notes and stuff, and I was like, oh, I want to pick up a different mango, and so I was looking, and I ended up in the natural mango from Flavor West, and I was looking at the ELR notes, and somebody went on a rant because it says natural mango on the bottle, and they were going off about the artificial flavorings that are in it, and I was like, how dumb are people? Like, just because it says like it's supposed to taste like a natural mango
Yeah.
doesn't mean that they used natural mango to
Yes.
accomplish that feat. Like,
Oh, I thought that
some
meant that
people,
they would just
man,
be standing there with a syringe and pulling out like just the flavor
squeezed it.
part. Nothing else, just the flavor with the syringe.
They
That's
just
what I
hang a
thought.
bunch of mangoes and let them drip onto bottles, and that's how they fill
Yeah, they
them.
hook up the milking machine to that butt thing. It's like on a mango. 'Cause mangoes are kind of weird shaped, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
They are. They're very nard shaped. Nature is.
yo, what
fun.
up, DC?
Alrighty, so yeah, thanks everybody for joining us on this ridiculousness that is the show. And so you got, who wants to go first on sharing theirs? Do we want to go with the big recipe, or You want to go first, Chris?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. So last week I made a cinnamon sugar cookie custard.
Mm-hmm.
And I like you guys all know, if you checked out last week's episode, we're only allowed to use 3 flavorings.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were done, we all kind of were like, you know what? I kind of like where it started. So we decided that we were going to fill out those recipes to the way that we wanted, like Clown said before.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what I thought after vaping it, and honestly, I have not vaped it since last week because I normally let custard steep out for a while, but I already know that like there's more I could do to it. So I'm gonna try to develop more of the custard note. So last week, the 3 flavorings I used TFA vanilla custard 2, cinnamon Danish swirl from Capella, and the last one that I used was Capella sugar cookie D1. So obviously I'm using all 3 of those, and then I'm adding Capella vanilla custard V2 to help with that. And then one of the new things that I'm putting in there that I've never tried before, but from everything that I can gather from friends and from notes, it's not just butterscotch. So I'm using some of that butterscotch ripple from Flavor West. And then the last ingredient that I'm going to put in there that was not in there before is I'm going to put in. Oh, sorry, I tripped out for a second. I'm going to put in some of the funnel cake from Capella because I'm hoping that it just like adds to everything that I got going on. Because normally I'll put in like a touch of bakery in a custard just to fill it out. Like I won't just do like custard, cream. That's it. You know what I mean? I'll always like try to add a little bit. So I'm adding a little bit of body, hopefully, and mouthfeel from that funnel cake. So that's what I'm doing. And mine went from, I think, like 7% last week. It's at 13% now. And it's published and it's the same name. I just put remix and then episode 9, if you guys are looking for it. I guess if you follow me, it'll just come up. You'll get an email, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask everyone to follow me, even though that'd be kind of cool if you did.
Give us some stars.
And I'll let Mitch talk about it because I'm gonna get mixing. I'm always the last one to finish.
So last week I did a simple, just ripe strawberry oatmeal cookie and sweet cream. And this week I added the sweet strawberry to accent the ripe, Liquid Barn cream and Capella New York cheese, a little bit of New York cheesecake V2 to kind of give the creamy aspect a little bit more body. Then to accent the oatmeal cookie, I adding a little bit of the TFA brown sugar, toasted marshmallow, and a little bit of the cinnamon Danish swirl, because that was one of the newer flavors that just came in. And I'm hoping that that it's not overkill. I don't remember what it went up from or what my percentage was last week, but this one is coming in at 15%. But awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. Because what about you, Clown?
Let's see. First off, Apathy Miller Yellow Matter Custard. Is that like the manufacturer's Yellow Matter? I just want to verify on that because I'm always looking for more custards. I know if Lando's watching, he's like puking in a corner somewhere, but still looking for more custards. Alrighty, so here, hold on. I actually want to look up what my original 3 were because I don't remember it. I know it was like that wafer thingy. Okay, so originally I went with like it was like a crispy wafer with like a cream filling and like a caramel drizzle is kind of what I was going for. So I'd gone with TFA caramel, the crispy wafer, French vanilla cream, and then a little bit of sweetener. And then so what I'm adding this week to just add to like the more creaminess kind of slash caramelization of it. I'm gonna do the creme brulee from Minowara. Then I was gonna do a creme brulee cookie just to like tie both of them in together. And I think, and then just like a white chocolate, just to give it like a bit of sweetness and creaminess to it. So it's kind of where I'm at. So all right.
All right, I have a question for Addy Tuning because I feel like Addy Tuning could 100% answer this question. So it turns out I have no AAA batteries, and now my scale is going to tell me low.
Mm-hmm.
So how many drops? Like, how do I do this shit in drops? Because that's literally what I'm going to have to do.
Bring out the pipettes.
Well, I don't have pipettes either, but I need to know. I feel like one of those people that literally learned how to use a calculator and never knew how to do like short math.
Yeah.
And now the calculator's not working and I'm fucked.
It's one of those things like it creates a handicap. It's kind of like with coil building. There are dudes out there that still wrap Claptons by hand, literally. You know? But
like I think it's like a 0.2, like 0.02 to 0.03 is kind of what I think each drop is.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Obviously, this is unfortunate for me right now. Nobody else. So I'm gonna let Addy answer. Hopefully he does. Everybody. Oh, okay. So Addy, they're all like these bottles, like a 30 ml Chubby Gorilla. This bottle drop. One of them is a 60 ml, but it's the same nipple. Oh, dropper size. So it's that.
Damn, Chris, you gave yourself a huge handicap.
Oh, there you go. Now it's like a bit more focused. It's like that kind of drop. And all of them are that, except the PG's not in that.
I'll say, I mean, Toonie still can do drops, and it's insane seeing how fast he mixes, man. Like, holy crap.
Because well, obviously I have my recipe done in grams, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the one thing that's cool is that obviously there was enough battery life because I put the nicotine in before I came up here because I just leave it in my freezer.
Yeah.
So 0.3% per drop in a 5 mil mix. So that means that I'm doing a 30 mil mix. So that means that each drop, 38 drops per mil. Okay, I can work off that. 38 drops per mil.
There you go.
All right. Wow, I'm gonna have to count a lot of fucking drops, boys.
You got this, brother.
Well,
we
this
believe
one,
in you.
It's 0.61.
Just eyeball the VGPG.
Well, that I'll just fucking hammer to it. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the flavorings.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
All right, so hopefully by the end of this show, my simple mind can figure this simple math out, boys.
Dude, more power to you if you get it, because even I'm trying to think for you over here, and I'm my like, I don't know if you see smoke coming out of the back of my head. Let's just say I had to take Math A at one point in my life. Like, literally, our final was making a gingerbread house.
For a math class?
For a math class.
Gingerbread house?
Well, because, okay, I made it as far as Algebra 2 in high school, but then we moved here to Texas, and the requirements are a lot more heavier, and I needed one more math class. And they're like, well, you could take pre-cal or we do have remedial math. So which one would you rather take? I was like, I'll take remedial math. I don't want to do pre-cal. I did like a semester of that,
I think I
and
need
that was horrifying.
23 drips of this. Yeah, this is not going to be good, boys. I think it's going to be 23. 0.61. I'm going to say it's 23. Dang. Hopefully I'm right. 0.61 times 38. 23. Oh, nice. I did figure it out right. All right.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much, Eddie.
Science, bitches.
Yeah. Dude, I love how it's
Thank
like,
you, lab works.
like, hey, you have to prove that. Let's prove that.
Yeah. Dude,
You
yesterday,
get to show your work.
what was it? There was a comment somebody said on the Ohmies yesterday that had to be approved, and I was like, there's nothing wrong with this. And I couldn't remember what the hell, I can't remember which one it was, but I was like, why does this need approval? This is idiotic.
So that one's done. So here's 16. Well, you know what? I purposely ruined everything for you guys, but I purposely fucked this whole up so I could teach somebody out there how to mix without a scale.
Mm-hmm.
Joke's on you.
Hey, this is beneficial to a lot of people, and if I ever feel like I need to do it without a scale, I'll come back to this episode and just reread all the comments and stuff. It helps to a level, you know what I mean?
Dude, knowing how to do things like
Or,
multiple ways is never bad.
Mm-hmm.
or Chris, you take this as a opportunity, and you get 2 scales. You have a backup scale. I
Or
got
just
to
them
my
batteries.
You know what? You're
my
not
big boy
wrong.
and my little boy.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Got him.
Well, no, it's funny because like you were talking about, it's never bad to learn like the older ways. It's kind of like driving stick. Is it necessary to know how to drive stick? No, because most cars are automatic at this point. But you never know. You might have that one weird off person that happens to have a stick car and they need you to drive it.
Dude, I remember I always used to say to people, I'd be like, listen, you don't know how to drive stick. I don't ever want to go anywhere with you.
Yeah.
Because wherever we get there, if I fucking drove, we're stuck if something happens to me. I'm like, what happens if I break my leg and we got to get to the hospital? I might be able to get back to the car, but I sure shit ain't gonna be able to drive.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like one night we were out seeing some friends play a show, and my designated driver disappeared with a couple of the band members that we went to go see. He came back and they had a Jaeger sponsorship. So he came back and I'm like, so how gone are you now? And he's like, he just kept laughing at me. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I was like, give me your car keys. He's like, but you don't know how to drive my car. I was like, you drive a stick. I know how to drive stick, fucker. So I drove us back home, and the whole drive back, he's like, why are you driving in my car? It's like, because you're drunk, fucker. And like every 5 minutes, he kept asking me why was I driving.
Like, I really do believe that that's how they should do driver's ed. You should have to take your driving exam in a 5-speed.
Dude, in a lot of European places, that's actually what they do because there's so many hills there and shit. They just want people to be able to learn how to drive.
Dude, I want to do the paddle shifting, see how that feels, because I've never done that. All right, so Mitch, you're already trying yours, right?
Yep.
All right. Boy,
Yep,
that tastes
testing
sweet.
today in the. I'm glad I didn't have the mess up like I did last week with the sweetener.
Yeah.
um, now this smells really good. I mean, last week's, as simple as it was, smelled really good.
Mm-hmm. See, like last week it smelled good.
But,
It just like it
yeah,
felt
testing.
like it was missing so much, and I think that was just frustrating me more than anything else.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
Oh, see, I can get down with this.
Flavor.
Dude, I can get down with this. You really do, Labworks? That's crazy, dude. Good, but that's crazy.
What's that? What do you say?
He said you need 2 separate licenses for stick and auto.
Dude, that makes a lot of sense.
It does. It really does.
Like,
But, like-
realistically, if you have a manual, like, you should be able to drive whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
It's like,
yeah.
do you want to take your driving exam on easy or medium, moderate?
Like, do you want to take it on royalty or peasant? Oh, peasant? Yeah, the automatic's over there.
Dude, the lady that I had
Just
give
two
me
separate lines.
the lady I had give me the exam failed me within like the first 2 seconds of sitting in the car. I was like, really? And even the guy that was standing behind me, he's like, oh, good, I'm not getting the bitch. And I was like, what do you mean getting the bitch? I guess he had run-ins with her before. Yeah, like I said, I can get down with this now. I'm happy.
Yeah, this is real. This is actually good. I'm excited to see how those
I
everything
think
kind
this
of
is last week's right here.
works.
I'm getting close. I'm getting close, guys. I'm getting close.
Yep, that's last week's.
I'm kind of excited that this is working.
I could have actually upped the strawberry a little bit more,
Yeah.
but it's there. It's just kind of faint.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm getting all the different, like the brown sugar and the cinnamon and the oatmeal cookie and the creaminess with a hint of strawberry.
Yes, Addy, I am very pleased that you're familiar with the dropper size.
Just Addy proving again why he is the YouTube MVP.
Right.
We're fucking
Like
real.
everybody needs to go in on a championship belt, like a WWF championship belt for Addy. He needs it. He is the YouTube MVP for sure.
It's gonna have like 2 droppers on the side.
Yeah,
like
dude,
2
we'll get like one of those
pipettes.
like YouTube play
Just
buttons.
pipettes,
Fucking-
cross pipettes.
With the YouTuber button in the middle. Yeah. We're doing this, Toonie. Dude, what? WVP? World Vape... What is it? No, Wrestling Vape Federation?
The EMF, E-Liquid Mixers Federation.
There you go.
All right, there it is, guys. Measured out. Like, pretty
Nice.
good. There's a couple things I had to round up or down. But
All right, boyos, I have confirmation. I will say the announcement for sure. I will be on a Fresh 03 show on Saturday, and the guys, we're still trying to figure out scheduling, but I think you guys are down, right?
yeah,
I'll be there.
is it 1 o'clock?
Yes.
Like my time?
1 o'clock your
or
time.
my-
Your time.
Yeah, I
1
can
p.m.
make it happen.
Eastern.
I can make it happen. I just want to do it because it'll be fun as shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. Just imagine this with more people. Just geeking out about flavors for like an hour or so. I think they go like 2 hours.
I'm,
What are you gonna say, Mitch?
I'm excited to talk to Fresh.
Mm-hmm. He's a cool dude.
Like, well, like it was him and Wayne. Like those are the two guys that I submerged myself into their content.
Yeah.
Like, and I still use all this, like a lot of the stuff, well, all the stuff I learned from them in the way I make recipes now. I mean, I used one of the tricks that like when I make custards, and when I like with this recipe to give my creaminess body, I used a little bit of cheesecake and to give that creaminess what I wanted to get out of it, and that's something I learned from Fresh. So I'm excited.
I really want to invest in something that can mix bottles for me.
Yeah, I know. I keep saying I want the one that Labworks has. That thing's cool.
Bro, I always feel that I'm quitting before I should, but my arm is burning. So like, how much more do I have to go? I could do like the Wayne technique where he like taps it on his hand here and there, but like,
you got to do what Fresh and Brian used to do on the Fresh from the kitchen.
Don't break eye contact.
And they'd like pick somebody out in chat, be like, "This is for you," and then they'd say the person's name and just there say like super creepy weird things, which I love. Yeah, dude, that for me, that was like the first YouTube like university style course I ever took in DIY was that show, because I followed Brian as just a vapor. Like that's what I was when he just put up videos. I really liked his videos. And so then when him and Fresh started doing that, I was like, dude, this is cool. And I remember like wanting to get into it. And that was like part of it. It was like seeing them do stuff and how Brian had not really any experience, but he was just like working with someone that had a lot. And then thinking about all the money that I could save and how much money I spent. It's like all those things kind of combined into like making me want to do it. And then, you know, you find more and more on it afterward, but it smells good.
Labworks says Keister Steepen.
So you guys like your
yeah, I'm digging it, man.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
I don't know. I kind of do want. I want to see Chris do this.
What, Keister steep it?
No, just get a saw and put it at the end. Just like attach a pipe piece and just tie it, because I've seen people do this. I even tried it. I just hated doing it. And just,
dude, I'll just duct tape it right to the blade.
That's right. You don't use the blade.
Dude, I got all the adapters I need with duct tape.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, man, I'm Canadian. I watched the Red Green Show, all right? I realized that duct tape is literally can fix anything. You can do whatever you want. Got a hole in your tire? Patch it up with duct tape.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago,
duct tape.
You'll see it in my videos this week, but the videos I got coming up. But I actually slashed my finger at work, and the Band-Aids we have at work, because like I cleaned it and put a Band-Aid on just so I wouldn't be dripping blood everywhere. They're blue. They look like, you know, like electrical tape or some shit like that, or masking tape. When I get home, my wife's like, "Did you put electrical tape on your finger?" I'm like, "No, that's actually the Band-Aids they have here." And I was like, he's like, "You'd be that idiot that would do that." I was like, "Yeah,
when took you shine." That's what I'm saying, dude. Duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody out there in chat, just check out the Red Green Show. Just watch it. It's fucking hilarious. It might be like more funny as a Canadian, not really sure, but it's like I actually have never really watched Letterkenny, but a lot of people like Letterkenny. I've watched a lot of Trailer Park Boys, and neither one of those are like an accurate depiction of like what people are really like in Canada. But for some reason, the Red Green Show, just the way he talks, he sounds like he's just from the country. Like he's like a country boy in Canada.
From
And
the
like
deep
he
north.
works at this fucking fishing lodge. Yeah, dude, it's pretty fun. It's a pretty funny show. All right, so what I'll say about mine is it's pretty good. I like it. I have a feeling that it's gonna end up being a lot better than right now, because right now there's like a little too much, well, I don't know, a little too much sweetness for me. But on the grand scheme of things, I'm like a 5 to a 5.5 on like sweetness preference. Like I like some sweet, but I don't like too much sweet. I'd say that this is like a 7 right now. But I'm hoping that everything kind of just like rises up into it and it doesn't get any sweeter, and it kind of like tones it out a little bit. Because I'm actually getting a lot of the that butterscotch ripple, which tastes delicious, by the way. But yeah, I think it's a little too early for me to tell.
Yeah.
On how great everything is. I don't touch stuff and it becomes great. I wish that'd be amazing, but that's not true. Oh, LabWorks, I will do that. If I ever make like liters of something, I'll totally go into Home Depot and get that shit done. I've never made the biggest batch. I don't know about you guys, but the biggest batch of anything I've ever made is 200 mils.
I made liters.
Yeah, dude. I've never. I just for some reason I just never did that. I also don't have like the facilities for that. If that makes sense. Like my scale, it can only weigh up to like 500 grams, I think.
Yeah.
So just over a pound.
Yeah, it does like half a liter.
Yeah, and so like that's a lot of liquid, but that's still not that much, I guess, because you still have to have whatever container you're going to be mixing it in, and like this
Funny,
scale.
all I'm thinking is like, can you get
batteries? It's all right, but it's not.
I was thinking is like, can you get empty paint buckets, like clean empty paint buckets?
Dude,
I'm sure you can.
I just put it in like a used mayo jar that I cleaned really, really well.
No, I'm just saying, get it in a like, you know, a bucket, make your mix or whatever, and then put the thing on there, and then go into Home Depot and be like, hey, this has gotten kind of old. Can you like shake it around for a little bit for me?
Shake.
Dude, you guys see that? LabWorks says the biggest that he's done is 250 liters.
Yes, but we're talking about LabWorks. I'm not.
I know,
shocked.
but dude, that's crazy. Like that's a lot. Oh my god, think about how many bottles that is.
In a single flavor, though?
Even 100 mils.
So much.
Dude, even in 100 mils, 250 liters, that's fucking crazy. Dude, that's 25,000 bottles. Wow. I wonder how many actual liquid companies would ever do a batch of that size.
Oh, they probably do.
Maybe it'd be more than I can imagine, but that's a lot, man.
Yeah, because I mean, what the hell's his name? He was that dude from Kentucky that had like a vape shop, and they would do like silly videos and stuff. He actually went to yeah, that guy. He went to a facility where they make liquid, and they're sitting there with like those big gallon drum things, and they're just sticking those like milkshake maker things in there, and they're just like mixing giant fucking buckets of liquid.
That's fucking crazy. I mean, it'd be cool though. I mean, especially if that was like your recipe. You're doing all right if you're making that big of a batch. I'm telling you that much.
Yeah, I see even LabWorks, like heap of companies do runs in that size.
Yeah, I guess if you're like a national brand in America especially, like that many bottles, I mean shit, you might send 5,000 bottles to a distro and they're just like, yep, give them to us.
So I'm actually doing a comparison because I do have both liquids and different mods. This one actually developed up pretty good in like the last week. But I like more the other one. It's a lot sweeter. It has more of that creaminess I was looking for. But still not bad in the original.
I don't know. I've been vaping something like pretty sweet for most of the day.
Mm-hmm. Palate's a little much.
So like I think that maybe this is sweeter than I think, or maybe I don't know. It's not as sweet as what I've been vaping, but it's sweeter than what I normally would vape.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I made a bad move by adding that butterscotch and keeping that, like, I even toned down the sweetener to like 0.4% instead of 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's too early to tell. Fuck.
Yeah, it is.
I need to stop talking about it like I'm gonna figure it out. I'm clearly not gonna figure it out. It's, you know, there's 6 different flavorings in a fucking custard mix. Like, none of them are shake and vape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that's where like being a dessert guy kind of sucks because you can't just do an off the cuff type thing and get a good feel for it until like a couple of days later.
Waiting the 10 days for this bottle to steep was hell. I've wanted to, like, I've almost every day I would pop it, sniff it, knuckle test it, and then put it back away. And finally on the 10th day I was, I have to vape it. I have to try it.
Yeah.
See, I think that because I like desserts so much, I think that's kind of catered to my always working on a million different things. Because eventually you get into that run where when that bottle's empty and you've like made the notes you want on it, you can literally grab any other bottle because they've all steeped long enough. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Because you have like 10 other ones you've made since then. So like it's just slowly that rotation is getting rolled over. But like, dude, so I've been trying to put recipes together, right? For probably about 4 months of like recipes that I like, recipes that I can like just mix up and like hit that spot, whatever else. Not trying to experiment, just like get them to the point where I think they're good recipes. Dude, I have like, I don't know, on my ELR, like on my private ELR, there's like 60 plus recipes, right, in one folder. And some of those are ones that I tried and they were just fucking terrible, so they never got tried again, and I've never deleted them. And then I have a recipe for mixing it up, so that's like all my published recipes are in mixing it up. And then I have one that just says like overdrip. And so in there now, I finally have like, I think 9 or 10 recipes that like I feel are good recipes that I can make whenever I want. Or if someone's like, oh, I really want to try like a liquid you like, then I say, these are like the profiles, which one is the best one for you, and then I'll let them try it. You know what I mean? Someone local, or I have like 1 or 2 friends that vape, so every now and then they'll be like, oh, you know, Chris, like, what do you got going on right now? And I let them try it. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't do that for like all the other ones because that's just like a poor. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to try anything Chris makes. It tastes like garbage. So you got to keep those dirty skeletons in the closet. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. I mean, I remember when we first started talking about doing the show, one of the things we talked about was like how many recipes we had on ELR, and I think me and you were sort of ish tied. But about, 75% of them were all private recipes that we never go back to ever again.
Yeah, dude, I actually, the very first recipe I ever published was the very first episode of the show. So, like, I now have 9 recipes that are published, and they're all the ones that I've done on this show.
Oh, no, yeah, because even when
I still don't have a fucking rating on any of them, okay? And some of them are pretty decent. Like, what the hell, people? What do you want from me?
Give us some ratings.
Dude, honestly, I think that what drives me nuts about ELR is because you'll go on there, right? And there'll be something that you put that you put up. So like on a day like today, I just put it up, published it like right at 8 o'clock. By like later on tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go on there. There'll be recipes that are like after mine, and they'll already have a 5-star rating. Like someone's already given it 5 stars. It's like, no, you fucking didn't. Like, are you just some god that decides like, oh yeah, that recipe looks good?
We
I
know a
it's
guy like
good.
that.
I'll give it a fucking rate. Like that's fucking BS, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Addy, all right. I'll have to check that out. You know what? See, like, Wonder Flavors, it's limited as to what I can get up here. So I'm gonna have to like start just writing down some epic fucking list and ordering. Maybe there'll be like a Labor Day sale on like Bull City, or because I ordered from there and it was like a fairly good transaction, like even all the way to Canada. But see, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to try, like the VSO stuff. I want to try that, but
Mm-hmm.
if I go on their site, I'm gonna have to pay like separate shipping from them. Then I'm gonna have to pay separate shipping from, like, dude. By the time I get what I want, I'm gonna probably spend $100 in shipping because every one of them I have to spend like 20 plus American to get the orders. We all know that I literally spend $35 to get free shipping here.
Mm-hmm.
That's Canadian dollars. That's like 25 American. I like buying stuff too much to be just frivolous all the time. Sometimes I
Yeah.
gotta be cheap.
Yeah.
Plus, whenever I like open up my like DIY tubs, I just like sometimes I'm disgusted with myself with how much like flavorings, because I've got none of it for free. I've paid for every single one,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, you have like 150 flavorings at this point. Like, what are you doing? You should be able to make something that God would approve of. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need any more. But then I see stuff, I'm like, oh, I want more. Especially with fruits, man. Like, it seems like everyone and lots of stuff you see on ELR, there'll be like lots of fruit stuff that has VSO fruits.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be better at making fruits. So maybe I need better flavorings.
Yeah, I want to give
I don't know if it really works that way.
the 1-to-1. I want to try those out. The VSL stuff I want to try out. But damn.
Okay, I actually have some one-on-one shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have the donut one from them. I have the marshmallow vanilla. I have their strawberry sweet. No, strawberry ripe, not strawberry sweet. And I think I might have one more, but I can't remember. I have a few of them, and they're all right. I still have to get more Wonder Flavor stuff. Like, I don't have very much Wonder Flavor stuff, and like there's a bunch. Like, even Addy said right there in the chat, he said Wonder Flavor butterscotch cream pie has taken the place of Ripple for him.
Yeah.
Well,
dude.
I just got Ripple, so that's how far I'm back in the game right now.
And like me, honestly, Wonder Flavors and Flavor are two that are kind of starting to take over, and it makes the recipes that much more expensive because holy shit.
Yeah, I think that's why I really like Flavor Art, because I think that some of their flavors are super good, and they're only a touch more than like TFA or Capella. Like up here, it's like $1 more for a 30 ml bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like $5.45 for like TFA, and it'll be like $6.45 for Flavor Art. And I don't know, I just really like a lot of them.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming to a closing here. You guys want to do your promo stuff real quick? Mitch, you want to go first?
Same as always. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. I don't know, something's gone, like over the last couple weeks I've had a lot more inquiries like on Instagram and stuff over at my juice, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah. What about you, Chris?
Well, I guess it's just the usual for me. Thanks everybody for coming out. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. If you want there is an email that you can email us at, which is mixingitup@gmail.com.
Who started the email?
Oh, I thought we had one.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Oh, shoot. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll start one up then,
Yeah,
and
let's
I'll
start one
see
up.
if mixingitup@gmail.com works, because I obviously already think that that's real. But if you do have anything, you can reach out to any of us, like on like Instagram or anything like that. And if you have suggestions, I'll work on that email and maybe I'll figure it out for next week, because I can't guarantee that that's going to be available.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have anything, suggestions, or if you guys have things that you want us to try to mix, please feel free, message us. I don't know if as yet we're really dry on ideas, but you never know in the future, and it might be just fun to do every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
You can check me out on Friday nights on Frames Janklin YouTube, or Frames Janklin Vaper YouTube channel. For the green room, it's 8 o'clock, same time as this show, same time period. So it's 8, 7, 6, 5, and wherever you happen to be in the world, off Eastern Standard Time, it's 8 o'clock. And you can also check out shedtimepodcast.com, and it basically will give you all the information on the green room, as well as the Shed Time podcast, which we have new episodes that go up every Sunday evening. And you can check that out anywhere you want, wherever you listen normally for podcasts. But we do have a big giveaway that is linked to the one specific place, which right now for some reason I'm forgetting what it's called, SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to SoundCloud and you hit the follow there, that's how you enter into the giveaway. And it's like there's a bunch of stuff. It's not just like Shed Time stuff. There's going to be a ton of like vapey things, and I'm sure there'll be a few goodies that haven't been announced yet. So go check us out over there on SoundCloud. And that's it. That's everything for me. And I'll pass it off to you. Clown, go ahead.
Alrighty, so for me, come check me out on Vaping with the Ohmies next Monday. Be on the lookout for any reviews. I'm trying to get a couple of videos done and stuff like that, but I do have a couple that came out last week and stuff. And thank you to anybody that has subbed within the last couple of days. I've been seeing like a sub every other day or so. And if you're listening or watching the replay or something, thank you for giving it some support here. Speaking of which, if you guys want to help the channel's growth, go check out Patreon. Any little bit is appreciated, seriously. And I mean, I use it to get more gear or just stuff for what I need to do to keep the channel running and stuff like that. And if you guys want to pick up a Teespring shirt, go over there. There's a link down below somewhere. You could pick up a Mixing It Up shirt. I still have some of the Wolfbite stuff on there and KVTV stuff. And lastly, the site is down currently, so if you are interested in juice and or coils, hit me up directly on either Instagram, Discord, Facebook. You can get there's like my like business page, I guess, and or you could hit me up at clownvapes@gmail.com. So there's a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and I can set you all right. But other than that, thank you guys for joining us. We had a blast. We seriously love doing this. I can't say it enough. This, like I've said before, and I probably keep saying this for months to come, but I'm just glad we're finally here and doing this and all that. And yeah, go check us out on Fresh's show on Saturday, 1 p.m. We'll be over there hanging out with Fresh and Addy Tooney and all the rest of the folks that they have over there, because they have a nice hefty panel. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So yeah, right. Alrighty, so we'll catch you guys next week, and as always, vape on, mix on. There you go, right there.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.